Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're pleased to have back with us on the show Dr. Frank Barbieri to speak about some new trends in snoring and sleep apnea from his attendance at the annual National Conference of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. Dr. Barbieri, welcome back.
Thank you for having me, Sandy.
Absolutely. So you actually attended a national conference for snoring and sleep apnea, and where was the conference and for basically what group?
Sure. It was held in Baltimore. It kind of jumps around different cities in the U.S. And it's a unique group because it isn't just dentists, even though it's a dental sleep medicine group. We have physicians, PhDs, neurologists, pulmonologists. We have an array of people that come because the problem is penetrates so many fields. Now, what makes it unique is that it's a medical problem, sleep apnea, but one of the unique solutions is dental. So that's how dentistry got involved in helping people with sleep apnea.
And as a, you attended it as a specialist, correct? So,
yes.
So it is the dental part. How does that, tell us a little bit about that in your field.
Yeah, the dental aspect, I actually started with Dr. Dement, who was the pioneer in sleep medicine. And he had the first sleep clinic in the United States in Stanford. And they were trying to figure out, what can we do to help these folks, what we could do to help them. And he went to the orthodontic department there. And he said, hey, you guys deal with teeth and jaws and all that stuff. Here's our problem. And they came up with the solution, which is basically, if you bring the jaw forward, you pull the tongue away from the back of the throat and you open the airway. The object of all treatment for snoring and sleep apnea is to open the airway, because snoring is saying, hey, the airway is closing down.
Okay.
So we got to do something to open the airway.
Sure, makes sense.
So that collaboration is how dentistry got involved in the treatment of sleep apnea.
So your background?
And I was a trained orthodontist, practiced here since 1976 in the Low Country. Even though I'm only 5, I guess, when I started. But it was just an interest for me. It was just an interest, and I get involved in about the mid-90s, and then have done it since then. And
the health problems associated with sleep apnea, such as?
Oh, they're enormous. They're butting up every day. In fact, I had a fellow at a health seminar say to me, gee, every day I wake up in the paper and there's a new problem that has to do with sleep apnea. And this is true. Because the major ones that have always been around is, one, the cardiac problems.
Okay.
People dying in their sleep, stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure, all those things are related to sleep.
And it's all due to the obstructed airways, correct?
That's correct. Because the obstructed airway closes down and you don't get oxygenation into the bloodstream.
Right.
And people don't realize, they think sleeping is, well, I go to bed and you're in there for 6 hours or whatever, and that's great. Well, it isn't. The object of the sleep is to restore what had been broken down during the day. And if you're not sleeping properly, that is, you snore or you have apneic events, when you're supposed to be in your deep sleep, this is constantly being broken up. And you're not re-energizing. Correct. Correct. And,
interesting.
How it's connected to the heart problems and stroke, there's a natural hormone that you see called nitric oxide. Everybody has that. That nitric oxide does 2 things. One, it keeps the blood vessels very supple. So when the heart contracts and that blood is squirted out into the arteries, okay? If they're supple, they're going to move along. Now, if they're stiff, and it's stiff up here, stroke. Okay?
Yeah,
the other thing it does is it prevents the plaque from accumulating inside the major arteries. Okay? Which is all connected to heart problems.
Well, there are numerous implications with obviously sleep apnea problems. So if people want to get in touch with you and allow you to be involved with them, how do they do that, Dr. Barbieri?
Well, they can call the office and make an appointment, and we can go ahead and see them and review their problem. We do this at no charge because we feel people should know about what the problem is that they're facing. And if, on my website, I think I have now a free, what we call a sleep screener. I'm doing a study with this device
Right.
also. And it helps people to define the problem. Because people say to me, especially the men, say to me, oh, I just snore, I don't have sleep apnea. Well, at the last meeting, it came out that, guess what? The vibration of the snoring is affecting the arteries. So it's very involved.
We'll come back again soon.
Thank you very
Tell
much,
us more.
Sandy, for having
Appreciate
me.
it. Yes, Dr. Barbieri, and we thank you. We'll be right back with Talk of the Town.